Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Berry speaking from Project Management Centennial College for Project Communication course. I'm here today to introduce for you my project charter for the home renovation project. So first of all, when we see the project charter, what's coming in our mind? The project charter is a document that admit the existence of the project and provide all the details for all the people that they are involved in this project. So our project that's related to the home renovation, one of our clients called our marketing department, Olivia Queen. So that client asked Olivia that he want to sell his house. So when Olivia visited his house and she asked for the reason of selling that house and why the people does not just take it, the reason for that the house is old, and Olivia suggested him to make a renovation for the house to make his value even more than the before and then sell it for the customers. So that makes sense for the client and he liked it to start immediately working on the renovation. So first of all, as we can see, the project charter named the project, which is the home renovation project, and the sponsor. The sponsor is the person who's responsible for the funding and the person who's going to ask for the requirements and the deliverables of the project, which is the homeowner in our project. We have to identify the project team. The project team, they are the people that they are going to work with each other to get the project done on time and according to the specific requirement that the owner asks for. So let's start with the most important member in our project team, which is the project manager, Jenny John. Jenny John, as is supposed to be here, he's the person who's responsible for the communication between the team members and the owner to make sure that to transfer the idea and the requirements of the owner to our team member to get it implemented on the reality on the house and to make it done by the end of the project as it's supposed to be according to the requirement of the owner. So the team members that we have here, the John Mills, the procurement department, Leo Plur, the financial, that the person who's responsible for the funding and the budget for the whole project and each step in it. And Mike Woodbine, the sales department, that is responsible for providing the worker for that project, the material need, the equipments, everything. And Olivia Queen, we have already mentioned her, which is the marketing department that already make a visit for our client and give him the idea to sell a house in a fast way. Noah York and Carlos King and David Jones, all of them a different engineering department that they are going to be needed in our project. And the last one, Samantha Young, the human resource that's responsible for the whole company. So this is the project team that's going to work on our project. The stakeholders, when we say stakeholders, we have two types of stakeholders. We call them internal or external or direct or indirect. The reason for that there are some of the stakeholders, which we call them the people who they are involving in the project, even if they are internal stakeholder or external. The internal stakeholder, as it can be seen in our project, the project sponsor, the project manager, and the team members. All of these mentioned members, which they are internal, they are going to work daily on our project, involving with each other, responsible also for the project. But the external, they're not affected that much in the project, but they know about it, they involved kind of in, like the neighbors. They gotta know that there is a project next to their home. Workers coming in, coming out, noise, and the government. Of course, the project that's going to be done, it's gonna be done in a city, and each city have its own rules and laws. So we are going to ask for permits from the government to work on that project. And of course, the suppliers, the contractor and subcontractors are going to involve in the project and provide the materials, the workers, as we mentioned. And the project scope statement. What you mean by project scope? The project scope, that it's the work that's supposed to be done and delivered by the end of the project. So let's start with the project purpose. The project purpose, that the thing that's supposed to be done in the project as it's planned to be implemented by the end of the project. So the renovation process that we suggested on our client, that we open the kitchen to the living room to make the house look huge with a huge area, and make a common bathroom, and dig a huge hole at the backyard to provide a jacuzzi, which is going to make the house look fancy and nice, and of course a fireplace, which that's going to increase the value of the house, bringing more customer and sell it faster than before. The objective that the things supposed to be provided and the work that's supposed to be done when we are going through the project. And that's going to be the renovation of the kitchen, since we are going to open it on the living room and making a common bathroom, including the fireplace. Also, we are going through a construction and installation process in the backyard by digging a hole, providing the jacuzzi. And we have to mention the budget, which is not supposed to be exceeded the 80,000 Canadian dollar. The deliverables. When we say deliverables, it means the output of the project. It could be tangible or intangible. And according to our project, we have to make renovated kitchen, renovated common bathroom, and the jacuzzi and the fireplace in that house. The scope, as we said before, the scope, let's identify the work that's supposed to be done in the project in details. And the reason for that, we're gonna explain. So first of all, we have a home kitchen, which is 180 square feet, and a living room, 200 square feet. Both of them going to be opened to each other to make the house, as we said, huge. And we're gonna make a common bathroom for 50 square feet. And of course, we are going to dig a hole at the backyard to install the jacuzzi for 8 square feet and the fireplace. All of this process is supposed to be done and finished within 30 weeks, as it's mentioned, and within the estimated budget for the project. The out of the scope. What's the reason of identifying the out of scope if we are not going to use it? The reason for that, the most important thing in project management, don't try to wow the customers. What does that mean? Like when you identify the work of the project and you say, I'm going to do this and this and this, making things clear to the clients. Maybe some clients come at the middle of the project or at the end, why you didn't provide this and this and this. But when you make the work clear for them, what's in the scope, what's out of the scope in the project charter, they can ask for it. Like here in our project, we have the kitchen renovation, bathroom, the jacuzzi, the fireplace. By identifying the out of the scope, that's making things clear for the clients and the customer. You can't ask for this within the estimated budget and within the duration that we have. If you are going to ask it for it, it's going to be extra cost, extra work, delay on the project. So don't expect from us to do it for free on the same time that we agreed on. And in our project here, since we are going to make a kitchen, living room, common bathroom, jacuzzi, it's our responsibility to make them with high quality and clear when we are working on them. But when you turn it over to the customer, it's none of your responsibility. The maintenance, there is no warranty on them. Just make it clear for the customer. And the project does not include any modification on the rooms that we are agreed on. The same design, but changing according to the project scope. And there is no furniture, no TV, nothing, including in the renovation process. If the customer can and ask for this, he has to pay extra, expect from us delay, and extra work is going to bring to the project. That's a reason of identifying the scope, what's in the scope and what's out of the scope. The project milestones. When we say the project milestones, it means that the process of the project, the life cycle of the project, to make sure that we have the measurement of the procedures, how we are going to achieve the goals of that project. So first of all, we have to create a plan for it and the schedule. It's going to take from the 1st of June to the 30th of June, 4 weeks. And the permits that you are going to bring them from the government to start working. It's going to be from 15th of June to 15th of July, or 1 month. Before we build everything, we have to demolish it for the kitchen. and then insulate the drywall, framing, windows, doors. It's gonna take 2 weeks from 16th of July to 1st of August. Then we have to install the kitchen. It's gonna take 2 weeks from the 1st of August to the 15th of August. Then the living room, which you are going to open it to the kitchen, is gonna take, by demolishing everything and solve everything, 2 weeks from the 15th of August to the 1st of September. Then the fireplace is gonna take 1 week. After that, we have the common bathroom. It's gonna take 2 weeks from the 7th of September to 22nd of September. And the installation of the common bathroom is gonna take 1 week from 22nd of September to 1st of October. And for the jacuzzi, we are going to dig a hole, which takes 3 weeks from the 1st of October to 21st of October. And of course, before we deliver everything, before we clean up the project and make it ready, we have to test everything that we installed, it's working properly to deliver it to the customer. And that's gonna take 1 week from 21st of October to the 1st of November. Then you clean up the project, move up everything that we already demolished. It's gonna take 1 week from the 1st of November to the 7th of November. Then turn over the project to the customer, gonna take 3 weeks from 7th of November to the 1st of December. Project budget, the most important thing that our sponsor are going to provide it, which is the home owner here, 80,000 Canadian dollar. And the risk here, the major non-risk. You have to identify the risk for your team and for your sponsor, because there's something that you can't control that could affect on the project, on the quality, on the plan. Maybe it's gonna be delayed. So the risks supposed to be identified. But since we are going through a demolition process, maybe you're gonna face some structure that it's hard to be demolished. So that's a high risking rate and the probability of it's high. Maybe you face it, maybe some delay, maybe extra cost. So you have to identify it and give a notification about it for the sponsor and for your team. And also here we have the materials may have lengthy lead times that cannot be predicted. Also, the probability of that is mean. And since we can't control the permits and we cannot start the work on the project because of the permits, the government controlling it, that's maybe it could be delayed. It's a high probability. And the change of the permits, like in this area, there is a specific rule. Let's say that the working hours from 10 to 5. So when you build your schedule according to this and you faced some delays, like they said, the working hours changed from 12 to 4. That's going to shorten your working hours. That's going to delay your project. So you have to take it in consideration, even if it's low priority. The weather conditions, since we have outwork working, which it's the jacuzzi and digging a hole, even if it's just the only thing that we have it and everything is inside for the renovation process, you have it to take in consideration that it could be delaying the process and the project if it's rain. You can't dig and install the process in the raining weather. And the pandemic related risks as COVID-19, you see everything closed, the work is stopped. So you have to take all of these risks in consideration and put them into account to make sure if you face them, that you're okay if you have a delayed or extra cost. The assumption here that we have is the things and factor that could be true or real, even without empirical proof. Like when you start the project, by default, you are going to know that the construction company going to provide you with all resources and your equipment is supposed to be delivered in good condition, like the jacuzzi, the lights, everything that's going to be used in the renovation process, supposed to be good without any damage. And the supplier, contractors, subcontractors deliver everything you want on time, according to the schedule. And the team members also will have the required skills to get the project done as it's supposed to be in the high quality that's required from the client or the sponsor. And the stakeholders supposed to participate in the activity scheduled meeting that we are going to discuss now below. And the budget supposed to be ready anytime to cover the funding of the project. Demonstrates that the factor that supposed or could be affected on the project make an affection on the project by delaying it or the quality of the project, or overall the project, which is the starting date, the ending date, and the funding, and the weather condition. All of these could affect on the whole project. Communication strategy. Each process and each project, there is a communication strategy to make sure that everyone knowing what they are doing, the client is an update, the project manager know what the team doing. So the project status report. This one has to be weekly, in-person meeting between the project manager and the team to discuss any potential issue or delay, to transfer it to the client if we have some. And the progress update is supposed to be by mail daily according to the project progress. Project review in-person meeting, supposed to be discussing the deliverables, gather the feedback, address any issue, and make strategic discussions. Project sponsor. Project sponsor supposed to be with 2 meetings. The first one is supposed to be in person weekly. That's giving him the status and discuss any potential issues or data that had already project manager had it from the project team according to the status report that done weekly in-person meetings supposed to be transferred to the sponsor. So this is the first meeting. Second meeting supposed to be in-person meeting, also presenting the deliverables that the team had done, gather the feedback, this is good, this is bad, I want this to change, this to change. So the project sponsor supposed to be on touch with the project manager to see the deliverables and how they are doing one by one. This is the signing of the contract after the project sponsor check the charter and the work that's supposed to be done, what's in the project, what's out of the project, both of them going to sign and agree. And the notes, as we mentioned here, any deviation from the defined scope will result in additional charge for the project sponsor depending on the requested action. And that's what we have discussed here in what's in the scope and what's out of the scope. If he asks for anything out of the scope, the project sponsor is supposed to be extra and expects more efforts, more delays on. So this is our project, the home renovation project for our client. Thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed.